What if I told you that most of the psychology facts you've grown up believing are complete myths? That your brain isn't limited to just 10%, that your personality can't be summed up by 4 letters, and that listening to Mozart won't suddenly make you smarter. Today, we're going to peel back the layers of some of the most popular and most misleading psychology claims and reveal the real science behind the mind. Stay tuned, because once you see the truth, you'll never look at psychology the same way again. Psychology is one of the most fascinating sciences because it's about us. Our thoughts, our relationships, our habits. But because it feels so personal, it's also a field where misinformation spreads like wildfire. From social media infographics to self-help books, catchy but false ideas have shaped how millions of people think about their minds. So, let's begin with one of the most famous myths of all time. Myth number 1, the 10% brain myth. You probably heard someone say, "We only use 10% of our brain." It's catchy, it's cinematic, it even inspired Hollywood movies like Limitless and Lucy. But here's the reality. Neuroscience shows we use all parts of our brain, just not all at once. Brain scans prove that even when you're resting, different regions are firing. This myth likely came from old misinterpretations of early brain studies, where researchers didn't yet know what every brain region did. Imagine telling a surgeon during an MRI that their patient is only using 10% of their brain. That would be like saying we only use 10% of our heart or 10% of our lungs. Ridiculous, right? Myth number 2, left brain versus right brain. Another myth you've definitely seen on social media. The idea that people are either left-brained logical thinkers or right-brained creative dreamers. The truth? The brain is beautifully interconnected. Both hemispheres communicate constantly through a structure called the corpus callosum. Creativity, logic, problem-solving, they all light up across multiple brain regions, not just one side. If you've ever been told you're not creative because you're too logical, throw that label away. Science says you can be both. Myth number 3, opposites attract. How many rom-coms have you seen where the free-spirited dreamer falls in love with the uptight perfectionist? Pop culture loves the phrase opposites attract. But when psychologists studied relationships, they found something surprising. Similarity is actually a much stronger predictor of attraction than difference. Values, lifestyle, even humor. Couples tend to thrive when they share more than when they oppose. So next time someone says you need your opposite half, remember, compatibility often matters more than contrast. Myth number 4, the Mozart Effect. In the 1990s, a study suggested that listening to Mozart could temporarily boost spatial reasoning. The media grabbed it and transformed it into classical music makes you smarter. Soon, parents were blasting symphonies to their babies, hoping to raise geniuses. But follow-up studies showed the effect was overblown and short-lived. Yes, music has benefits. It reduces stress, improves mood, enhances focus. But no, it won't magically raise your IQ. So, if your playlist doesn't have Mozart, don't worry. You're not missing out on secret brain fuel. Myth number 5, multitasking makes you more productive. We live in a culture that glorifies multitasking. Checking emails while on Zoom, texting while studying, scrolling while eating. But cognitive psychology reveals a harsh truth. Humans don't multitask well. We task switch. Every time we jump from one activity to another, our brain pays a switching cost, slowing us down and increasing mistakes. In fact, chronic multitaskers often perform worse on memory and attention tests. So if you want to get more done, don't juggle 5 things at once. Focus on one thing at a time, and you'll not only finish faster, but with better results. So what does this all mean? It means we need to question the psychology facts we see online, even the ones that sound good. Real psychology is richer, deeper, and often more surprising than the myths we've been told. Imagine what we could achieve if instead of repeating false claims, we relied on real science to understand ourselves, our relationships, and our potential. If you've learned something new today, share this video with someone who still believes in these myths. You might just change the way they see their own mind. And if you want more science-backed psychology insights, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and let me know in the comments which myths shocked you the most. Because understanding psychology isn't just about facts, it's about transforming the way we live.